Welcome back.
Heyo.
She's alive, but unresponsive.
So alive? Who? Talk to that guy.
Okay.
Alright, don't talk to that guy.
Oh, wait. That's us. Everyone is she. This guy's a she. This guy's a she. This guy's probably a she.
Why? What am I missing?
Farm expansion.
Gotta plug
poor
in.
translation.
Are you sure, or is it just lazy translation? Or
Why not both? What is this guy? Look at him. Oh, he's.
Or it could be neither. Maybe
creepy
there's something we're missing.
Suedo.
I don't remember if this guy was good or not.
I don't know. He looks like a chameleon. He has that kind of face.
Does he?
If you saw the same anime I have, you would agree. I don't know.
What anime?
I can't recall. I think there was some anime where a guy with that kind of face turns into a chameleon monster and is promptly dispatched, slain even.
Did he have that kind of face after he transformed?
No.
Then he wouldn't look like a chameleon then.
But it was...
The person before the monster looked like a chameleon.
Wait, what?
You said after he transformed into a chameleon, he didn't have that face anymore.
He had a chameleon face.
What?
What? He had that kind of face.
He had that kind of face, but then he turned into a chameleon, and he didn't have that same face.
Well, because
So the guy
he had
himself
a
didn't
chameleon
look-
face. It like morphed slightly into a chameleon face.
But it still looked like that, because you said it didn't look like that.
It did look. Yes.
Did it look like it or not after he transformed into a chameleon? Because if it looked different, then that doesn't count. I don't count that if it looks different afterwards.
I might honestly be thinking of Hunter x Hunter. One of the like ant guys or whatever. His face is kind of like that, except it's a chameleon face.
Chameleon? In Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah, it was during the ant bit.
I know the ant. I caught that part. I just can't recall of anyone.
It's like when he holds his breath, he becomes invisible.
Oh yeah, that guy. If I seen the anime you've seen. That's such a just a broad sentence. Oh, it's that one super popular anime that everyone has seen if they've watched anime, and that we know that we have both talked about watching.
Yes. I don't know.
I remember that guy. I can't recall his face that well though.
It looked like that face.
Oh,
Just take my word for it.
you have that face.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You look like a chameleon.
I wish I were a chameleon.
Wouldn't be that great. Chameleons don't blend in that well most of the time.
There's a song, I can't think of the lyrics to it, but it's a song
Is it
that's like
Chameleonaire?
singing about how if someone was like invisible, they could watch you in your room.
Oh, I would watch. It's
I
Hollow
was
Man. Hollow Man does
invisible.
that shit.
I could just watch you in your room. Yeah.
When you finger bash your butt.
Well, Dark Lord. Yes. Do we want our fox to become better?
I don't know.
Which one? This one has like.
Is he gonna be
dragon
better
whiskers.
looking? What do you
Yes.
define as better? Better stats or better looking?
Yes.
'Cause he's pretty
He's
awesome.
becoming this one.
I highly doubt. I don't know.
It's too late.
I feel like he might become uglier. Most of the time when we have something cool, it usually goes into something. All right, looks pretty cool.
What now? It's like a.
Does look? It's kind of weird that he has pants and stuff, but other than that, it's pretty fucking sweet.
I'm pretty. He does have pants.
Yeah.
We gave him clothing. Master has given Dobby clothes.
All right, that looks pretty cool. I can live with that.
I have to get rid of something though. I'll get rid
Have
of
you
that.
watched or read Rosario plus Vampire?
No.
So, I'd say the anime is... I haven't actually watched the anime. But to me, it comes across as like... I remember seeing like stuff about it and being like, oh, it seems like a girl's anime or something. It was like a usual romance one.
Yeah.
So I started reading the manga like a few years back. Like I would just go in the store and just blow money and just buy random manga and just whatever, just this. And I started reading the manga. I got pretty into it. That's got some hype action in it. Like this motherfucker gets like
Weird.
damn near killed. He gets like bitten by this vampire girl that he's been hanging out with. Like it starts off romance comedy, like harem, like they're all just having fun and it's like it's a monster. I should also explain that, but it's like, I mean, it's like this human ends up in a monster school somehow, a monster high school.
Real fast, there's like a Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network show about a kid that went to an animal school.
It's weird.
Because his last name was Lion.
That's the best reason.
Go on.
But
Monster school.
so it starts off super generic, like
What is that?
high school monster,
Yes.
romance comedy, harem bullshit. Not the best like setting overall, but it was enjoyable enough. And at some point, like, this is all spoiler territory for the most part, but most of you probably don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I don't.
It's a really obscure thing. It's, I don't know. It's not super relevant, but yeah, he basically like ends up practically dying at some point, and the vampire girl like bites him and like pretty much tries to turn him into a vampire, injects some of her blood into him to keep him alive, but he's like a human, and she's also got like the super powerful blood of the first vampire in her, so it's like too much for a human to handle, and he pretty much turns into this ghoul.
Real quick, look at R2 Digimon. Look at them.
Very nice. Pixelmon. That's actually kind of cool. But he can't handle it. He turns into a fucking ghoul, is how they describe it. He turns into a ghoul, and he can't control himself. His power is going off the scales, and like he can't control himself. He's like fucking up everybody, and a seal gets put on him, and he's pretty much told if the seal completely breaks, the power will consume him, and he'll turn into a ghoul forever and lose all of his humanity, and pretty much just be a rampaging monster, and they'll have to bring him down.
Yes.
This is the turning point. First off, I want to point out, this is a huge turning point in the anime where it takes a serious tone. It still has a lot of the usual romance comedy, harem, hijinks, all that good stuff.
Yes.
It still has that, but it takes a much more serious tone around this point. The anime, supposedly, from what a friend has told me, ends before this all happens. A friend has told, like, I know somebody that has watched it and said that, like, he called me a liar. He called me a liar when I was talking about this ghoul transformation and all this hype-ass fighting that was happening, like, later on in the manga, and he's like, there's no fighting in that. There's no action. I was like, what are you talking about? It gets, like, I was like, it gets super hype action at some point. And he's like, no, it's nothing but romance comedy in the anime. I'm like, anime left a bunch of shit out then.
Someone's missing out on all the good
yeah,
stuff.
and he's like, he started bitching about it. Cause like, I guess the anime is literally nothing but romance comedy. It is literally just romance comedy, harem, nothing else.
That's so boring. Oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
But it gets so good later on. Like, the romance comedy harem side is the part that's just like generic, kind of meh part of the manga.
Yeah.
That's just the generic meh kind of part. Nice. That's kind of interesting. But, yeah, it gets super interesting when it takes that turning point to a serious tone, and, like, shit starts hitting the fan. Like, they resurrect this firstborn Alucard, you know the story.
Yeah.
Resurrects Alucard, and it's like, fucking monstrosity that's able to, like, pretty much to destroy all of humanity. And he starts to break the seal and starts, at some point, gains control. Turns out the seal... I actually read the final volume yesterday, which is why this is on my mind at all. Like, I went to a bookstore yesterday and was like, oh yeah, the final volume's out finally. I've been keeping up on it for, like, the last few years. Like, every once in a while I'll see a new volume and I'll buy it. But, yeah, like, he... Turns out the seal was something that sealed away the power, but also allowed his body to get used to it over time. And, he still wasn't able to control it fully until, like, some bullshit happened, and he was able to control it fully, and he became so fucking badass. Like, him and this vampire girl were battling this fucking Alucard monstrosity with this fucking armor on and everything, and they were, like, considered, like, first-born vampires, even though he was a human. I don't fucking know, it's weird. But, yeah. Anyways, the action gets hype.
When your power becomes hard enough and big enough, it doesn't matter what you are.
They have, like, the power to, like, control their blood or some shit, like,
wow,
create armor and, like, explode it or some shit. Like, it was explained kind of quickly and weird, but, like, it just amazes me how, like, some animes can just fucking end before the good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, usually it's different, though. Usually it's slightly different. It's like, I feel like a lot of these mangas don't take such a turn, and then the anime ends at the turning point. A lot of them is like, alright, it's this one thing all the way through, and you might, the anime might cut off at a certain point, and you might miss out on a lot of the good stuff, like Claymore, for instance.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of Claymore. The anime ends way short of what I've read. But it's still the same thing all the way through. Some hype ass shit happens afterwards, like some training and power-ups and all kinds of other stuff. And it gets really fucking good after the anime ends, but you know what to expect. It's pretty much the same way all the way through. Hunter x Hunter, you can assume it continues on in a similar manner, and so on. Yeah. But like this one, it's like, the way the anime is, you wouldn't even expect it to go in this direction.
Man.
Yeah,
that's...
Also, we're fighting this guy again.
Yeah, he's annoying.
He killed somebody. Holy shit.
He killed the guy.
It's like the first actual fight we've had all game.
No. Yes.
I honestly feel like there's been no fights that have been any, like, even semi-challenging yet.
Let's bring in something bigger.
He's bigger, but he's only level 14.
Shut up.
I mean, that guy's only level 19. Doc Lord's 39! Why is Doc Lord so high? He's been in the party the longest, that's why. Doc Lord Shitmon has been in the party for longer than any other fucking Digimon.
It's because he supposedly helps.
You're not doing enough farming for it to help.
Oh. What?
He took 100 damage from something.
Okay.
You must have infected him with your virus.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Is it?
Comet Hammer. Boom. Yeah.
How'd you know it was good?
Wouldn't you like to know? Maybe if you paid attention.
Have you used it before?
No.
How would paying attention help me?
You would know the rules.
The rules?
Yes, the rules.
Of nature?
Yes. See the little circle thing? The target?
Yeah.
Depending on the color, it tells you how effective your attack will be.
Well, I know that much.
And I just looked at that.
Well, when you were about to use the attack and you said, oh, this will be good, I thought you meant, like, the attack will be cool or something.
Oh, no. Screw cool attacks. It was going to deal damage. That's all I care about. Straight,
damage.
Hard.
Numbers.
Sweaty damage.
Why didn't you use Wind Cutter Sword? It looked cool. Or sounded
I've got
cool.
Saint Knuckle.
It doesn't sound cool, though. It sounds weird, actually. Saint Knuckle.
I'll hit you with my Saint Knuckle.
Is that like Saint Knuckles the Echidna?
Yeah.
The truest saint. The saint the world needs.
Some say he had 4 heads.
Oh shit. It's time to go. You ready to go, Matt?
Everyone
have
got
a good day.
action.
Everyone have a good day.
Action!
But
Bye.